Say
Oh
that
my
again.
God, you were recording that?
No, I wasn't. I'm going to start now because this is already funny. What's the note again?
It says, Swirl couple forced apart because of the pandemic, and if that wasn't bad enough, Ice-T Home Invasion CD. Why? Why do you have that as a note?
You obviously don't know anything about gangster rap. Apparently.
So you gonna school me?
I'm
You
going to school you. See? Oh, man.
Hello, beautiful people.
I'm Justin.
I'm Lea, and we're stuck.
I'm in Vietnam. You're in America. And it's been 4 months that we've been swirled apart.
Yes.
There's no getting up and getting out and getting gone with us right now because borders are closed and Lea can't get back into the country. And I'm sure as heck not going to go back to the States, not during what we're perceiving as, I don't know, the end times. I keep calling it the apocalypse. I keep making a joke about that, although it's kind of a little more serious, and I think levity is what helps me cope. Been a lot of coping mechanisms activated of late. Wouldn't you say?
I would say, yes, I would.
So you've been in the States since the end of February, and you always go home once a year for a month. So that first month, I don't even count against our separation, right? Our
thanks.
Separation, right? I had prepared myself. I was already prepared. And besides, it's just a month. We've already spent similar amount of time apart when I lived in Haiphong and you were living in Hanoi and Bac Ninh. Let's talk about the fact that how are you and I maintaining us? How are we, though swirled apart, still a couple?
I think that the main reason that our relationship has been maintained so well, I mean, like first and foremost is because I'm awesome. And I hold everything together, and I think that I should be giving credit for that. Yeah. Second, I really appreciate technology. Like technology has really been doing a great job with being able to check in as needed and to be there for each other.
We do seem to talk a lot.
Like the one thing that I really love about our relationship is our communication. The fact that we can get in the elevator, still going on like 4 years and forget to press a button because we're so engrossed in conversation. And the fact that we still like have that energy every day since I've been here. We talk for at least an hour a day. And I really appreciate that. So
let's talk about why you're in America and I'm in Vietnam. I mean, obviously we're separated because of the pandemic, right? So you went home to visit, you got stuck, you couldn't fly home. The borders have been closed here in Vietnam, thank goodness, because we have very little COVID-19 deaths and cases and all that, and I'm happy to be here. But why is it that you're in America?
I'm waiting to see if you're going to give that 2-day window story as a prelude before I answer your question.
Oh, right. There was an opportunity for you to come back to Vietnam. Pandemic sucks. A lot of people are suffering. You and I are not two of them, right? Even though it's hard being apart, I would not say that we're suffering. We're both working. We're both getting a paycheck. We both have shelter. Yep. We both have food.
I would agree. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
So that being said, Lea did have an opportunity to come back to Vietnam. She had to make a decision.
I don't know what point are you expecting me to feel guilty about that? Okay, I'm going to start off with saying that when I left in February, I knew that there was a possibility that I would be staying here a little bit longer.
You did? Because I didn't know that.
I did.
I didn't think that at all.
I did.
Or would have called it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
You did call. You were like, you got 48 hours. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. But I do have to say that this visit has been really, really great. And I know while we're talking about communication, I do not consider myself stuck in America. I'm safe. I am in a really, really small city. To date, as of August, we have not had any reported cases of coronavirus. So I had to go home. And it's not just my kids. I have people all across the United States that's family that I had not seen that I needed to reconnect with. My first visit was my dad, who is on the East Coast. Spending those 2 weeks with him when I hadn't seen him for, a year? Maybe 2. It impacted him and me so much, and there was so much bonding going on across the table that meant so much to me that I could not come back. It's not that I could, that I made the choice I really felt a strong urge to be here. Or another benefit of staying is being able to extend my time with my kids. These times allow me to be there with them in person. It allowed us to have really great discussions about Black Lives Matter. This pandemic had them so bored that they did not want to connect with social media. I was able to also extend my stay with them because they're all within Texas. So being able to get together as a family every night, being able to do projects as a family, like my daughters found out that she has a natural talent for painting. Another one found out that she has a natural talent for journaling and writing stories. I don't think any of those circumstances would have presented themselves if it was just that regular visit where I was coming in for a month. And the biggest thing that I really appreciated was we are here in unprecedented times, right? This Black Lives Matter movement is affecting everyone. And for me to be there to engage in conversation and to have those talks with them and to help them come to terms with what they were feeling and the passions they were feeling and encouraging them to go to protest because, you know, I went to protest when I got back to Seattle. That was very, very cool. That was very cool. And to see them change and grow just from having this experience of being able to participate in something that is so important and needs to be addressed. And then being proud that they are a part of that. And then having a passion and moving it forward outside of just the protests.
I see what you said. You got to visit your dad longer. I think your sister even went with you.
Yep.
Hanging out with the kids, then being there to support the kids and learn from the kids as well, from what I understand too. Now you've started renovating your mom's house, your landscape architecture. I don't know what else, but I mean, obviously you're active there.
I'm at home right outside of Seattle, Washington, and I am here with my mom, and I love the changes that are taking place. My mom is retired. We are all a house full of introverts, so as far as we're concerned, if we didn't see that the pandemic was happening, we would have known. We've been preparing for this our entire lives. Like, nothing has changed with us. So my mom has become very sedentary in her retired life. She's settled into a routine, and being here has allowed me to kind of shake up some stuff. So I have been challenging my mom to be a little bit more active. We have a little over an acre of land, and rather than paying someone to come out and do the lawn, let's put our own energy into it. I also love the fact that my sister and I have been taking trips. We've been exploring all over Washington.
Hold on. Pandemic sucks. Look at it this way. You need to come back, but you can't come back. And I sure as hell am not going there. We're going to keep up the calls on all of these gadgets that we have, but it's not going to replace the fact that you're not here in proximity to me so I can lay hands on you in a fun way. I'm not putting this in the video. Creepy real fast. All right, so let me just summarize this. You had a 48-hour window of opportunity to come back to me, and you chose not to, and I'm okay with it. All right, because you've done a lot of great things with your family, and it's great to see. I'm not coming back to America. Did I say that? Have I said that yet? I'm not coming back to America.
You have, Justin, and I totally get that. But if I had to make the same choice again, knowing the future, I would make the same choice. Like, it's totally shifted the way that my family and I have interacted with each other, and it's created beautiful memories that definitely would not have happened if I had come home for my regular month. It's been a really beautiful experience.
I think we have shown that we can look at things positively, but also, again, recognizing how fortunate we are. But then again, recognizing we're fortunate because of choices we've made. And that just leads me to encourage people to, like, make those hard decisions when you have the opportunity to, especially if it's something that's unknown on the other side of that decision. Go for the unknown. Go for the unknown. And that's easier said than done, obviously. It took me, I don't know how many years to get the courage up to do, you know, I went to New Orleans, and it kind of was like, I was supposed to be going overseas, and I kind of like, New Orleans was I'm slowly getting there. I was there 4, 5, 6 years.
It was the universe slowing you down so that we could meet when we were supposed to meet. That's what happened.
I'll go with that. I'll
go with that too. Yeah.
All right. Lea, do you have any final commentary, questions, remarks, anything you want the beautiful people out there to know?
This is a difficult time for everyone. And as Justin said, there are certain, like, expectations that may be unrealistic on what people expect you. You know, you should be taking a class, or you should be coming out of here instead of maintaining day by day. What are you doing to maintain day by day? Leave a comment below. We will be interested in reading that.
And as always, Lea has a question for you.
When am I coming home? When was the last time you did something for the first time? Remember, it is never too late to get up, get out, and get gone.
All right, bye.
Are you hanging up with me?
Oh, are we not? We're finishing the video,
I don't know.
right?
I thought that we, yeah, well.